And just like that, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to welcome you just one more time to a stories written by a current prisoner with your favorite journalist, Tony. Man, do we have some crazy upsetting news. And we're going to go ahead and dive right into this now. The background of this individual is one of the most craziest backgrounds that I've ever came across. So I'm about to take you on a little trip and I'm going to show you and explain to you what leads to one of these individuals becoming a cold-blooded murderer. So we have some breaking news coming out of a prison out of Stockton, also known as California Healthcare Facility. Recent reports indicate that a 39-year-old individual by the name of Brandon King has recently been relocated to another prison and has been placed on restricted housing for allegedly stabbing two prison guards at the prison. Multiple guards had to use physical force in order to stop this vicious assault. Now, my boy, let me tell you that these guards are very, very lucky to be alive right now due to the simple fact that this individual has a violent history. My boy, this individual has attempted to kill several people in the past, and not only has he attempted to kill people, he actually murdered someone at another prison. Now, please let me go ahead and explain to you on exactly why this is really crazy. This individual was initially incarcerated for a simple parole violation and possession of stolen property. While in Riverside County Jail, he attacked another inmate with the inmate manufactured weapon, slashed him across the face, which ultimately led to him getting charged with mayhem. Now, when you get charged with mayhem, my boy, that's one of the most severe cases, I'm sure, as you know. So he ended up getting sentenced to 25 years to life. Now, while at Salinas Valley State Prison, he would go on to claim his first victim, and he ended up killing this young man, bro, by the name of Demetrius. You know, this individual sustained broken bones to the face, man. He really hurt this young man, man. It's sad. This individual was only serving a 7-year prison sentence for some simple assault, man. And now we have this. Now we have this breaking news. As of recently, these two prison guards have been stabbed. And mind you, another crazy fact is that the way that the father was notified that his son was murdered, he got a knock on the door, and when he opened the door, all he found was a letter, and the letter stated that his son was dead. And it had already been 3 days since the incident had happened. And mind you, this individual did not find out the details of what happened to his son until several months later. That's cold, man. Imagine that. Imagine getting a knock on your door, and then you open the door and there's a letter on the damn floor, and you read it and it says that your son has been murdered in prison after only serving a damn 7-year sentence.
Damn. Well, muy buenas tardes, everyone. Here's our perfect examples, of how you could throw your life away just for going to prison. You go up in there and, like in this case, you have very little time, but you don't know the background. Maybe he got sent on a mission and he got lived, and anger kicks in and he starts doing all this extra stuff. For example, taking that guy's life and then going off on the COs, and it's just not going to stop, It's just one of those people that just lose all type of hope of ever living a good life in whatever sense that is, but it happens all the time, People go up in there thinking it's just a walk in the park, then you end up catching a grip of time and you're just stuck. You're stuck, not getting out again.
My boy, that leads me to my next question, man. Have you ever came across an individual who had like a petty charge like that? He was going in there for a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, and ended up converting that into a damn life sentence?
Oh man, there's a lot of them. Sometimes it's that ego trip. We're meant to believe in something that we eventually start taking it too hard. That sometimes things uprise and they're actually the pointers. I'll do it, I'll get away with it. Next thing you know, they're getting caught up. I knew this little homie they call Hormiga from Frisco, and someone had to be taken care of in the fifth tier in San Quentin. You know, it was some petty case, but they had told him like, nah. And he said, nah, I'll do it. Estaba de terco. So he ended up doing it. And while he was doing it, the vato he did it too. They called him also from East LA. So fool was huge. One Hormiga, one also. Just picture that. And then he turned around and beat Hormiga's butt, you know. But since he was the one with the weapon and everything, he turned like we were just talking a violation into a 16-year sentence. And he kept that attitude, you know. Then he got to a place where they told him, okay, you know, te crees de acá. They put another weapon in his thing. Next thing you know, he had that L on top of 30 years. So it happens all the time, you know. That's why my message is always you go up in there, it's best just get your yard dog, put some gafas on, and just do your own thing, you know. But don't put yourself in that situation, you know. Be smart about it. There's another there's another story about this camarada, you know, Tiny from Orange County. He was from Santa Ana, and at the time, the Llavero, he was also from Santa Ana. But you know, down south they all beef with one another. And Homeboy had just done a little stretch, not too long, but you know, 5 balas, 5 years. He had 2 days to go home, but you know, since the other vato he had the he had the yard, he ended up ordering him to go ahead and pick up a fierro and do a pegada. The next thing you know, he picked up 50 years, not a life sentence, but from being 2 days to the house to picking up 50 years, you know, just because someone don't like you, that's what the system's made to be right now, you know.
Yeah, man, it's sad, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to hear the stories, man. The people who get lost, man. A few years, 2, 3 years, and to throw it all away and become a lifer. Just a straight man. It just blows me away, bro. It blows me away, man. But that's the reality of it, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let that be you. And with that being said, I sincerely appreciate you guys for tuning in, and thank you for you guys' support. My boy, do you have anything that you would like to say before we wrap this up?
Well, just as I always say, you know, I hope everybody's well blessed and staying away from all the negativity, you know, and just stay true to yourself and love those around you, you know, your family. Gracias, my boy.
Buenas noches, everybody.
Buenas noches.